Hey, Black Girls With Fibroids, it's Portia here. It has been quite a while, and a lot has happened. But first, I just want to say apologies for being so just absent and out of it. I've shared before, I am a doctoral student, and my fellowship requires me to take more than a full-time schedule. And so I am deep in swimming in books and readings and homework assignments, and this semester's just heavier. But I want to come and share just updates about me since my post-laparoscopic myomectomy. I am in my second month. I have to do my math. June, July to August. I'm in my third month. I'm tired. I'm in my third month of recovery. I feel real slow. It took me a while to figure that out. But I'm in my third month of recovery, and all in all, it's been good. I am realizing things about my body, and I've mentioned these things before, but I really want to talk about just how my body has changed. And this has taken me a long time to talk about it, because you just don't know how your you just don't know. I didn't anticipate it. Like, I hadn't seen or read anything about this. So but after talking to other women that have had myomectomies, it's helped me. So first things first, I'd mentioned that after my surgery, I noticed some things like this mark on my hand that is still there. My left foot had gone, like I had some tingling and numbness in it. So my foot still tingles and goes numb. It's not all the time, but it is enough to where it's been almost 3 full months, and I've not regained the feeling that I had before surgery. So I don't know, my speculation to the numbness in my left foot, is that because my feet were in stirrups, that either my foot was positioned in a way, because I was in surgery for 10 hours, right? 10 hours, which is a very long time. And I know people have longer surgeries, but that's a long time for me. And I think a lot of folks would agree it's a long time. My feet were in stirrups, and I think that however they were positioned may have done some long-term damage. So it's not like my foot is asleep all the time, but if I am sitting somewhere, my left foot will start to go numb. I don't know why. My right foot does not do it. I'm sitting on the same surface, same amount of time. I'm not crossing my legs. I'm not doing anything. My left foot, starting from my pinky toe, my baby toe, will begin to go numb, right? And so that's the first thing. That's just not gotten better or changed in 3 months, 2.5 months, two and a quarter. The other thing is near the incision site, I had a C-section incision. There are parts of my pelvis that don't have feeling. I don't have the nerve feelings of it. I was talking to a friend of mine who's had a myomectomy. She said the same thing happened for her, and it's been years, and she still has not regained feeling in that area. And so first I thought I was tripping. I was like, it'll come back. Actually, one day I don't even know what I was doing. Maybe I was in the shower, and I was like, I don't have any sensation. And if you've ever lost feeling in a space or nerves, and that's not familiar to you, you know what it's like. I'm touching my face. I can feel my face. I can feel this. There's part of my pelvis that I don't feel this. I can feel pressure, but I don't feel it. And so I am concerned about that. But again, this person told me that the same thing happened to her, and it's been years. So that's the second thing that's been really strange. The last thing, and this may be the most bizarre to me, and it really hurts my feelings. So my surgery, I had 5 incisions. 5 incisions. I had one on the left side of my belly button, right side of my belly button, below my belly button. These are for the laparoscopic part. I had a C-section cut, and I had 5 smaller incisions. 4 smaller incisions. My bad, y'all. Left side of belly button, right side of belly button, below belly button, and then in my belly button. My belly button is not the same. It sounds so wild when you say it. This is not the belly button I was born with. I don't know what they took out or did, but my belly button has changed, and not for the better. It's almost as if, and I had a deep innie. I no longer have a deep innie, and although it's not painful to clean it, because I believe in cleaning your belly button, like you should be doing that regularly anyway. It is just not. It's weird. It's strange. It's not my belly button. It's not. My belly button is more shallow than it was before. And that, I think, is the strangest thing to me. And I say this, and it's gonna sound really like maybe silly to some people, but not to me, to be quite honest. Like, it made me sad. Like, and I expected my body to undergo a lot of changes, but I wasn't sure what those changes would look like or feel like. And now I am extremely grateful that my fibroids are gone. Like, my body is like, I'm getting my body back as far as like the shape of my body. I still need to tighten up, I want to tighten up some things just for personal, like good feelings, whatever. Yeah, for me, I have an idea of what I want my healthy body to look like, and I'm working towards that. But your body's going to change. I thought I was prepared for the scarring. I'm not. I am still very much struggling with my cesarean section scars and the laparoscopic scars. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the way my stomach and abdomen look. And then you add on to that, and I tried to mentally prepare for that. My body would be different. In fact, I took pictures of my body pre-surgery so I could remember it. And that sounds so strange. It may be overly emotional, but I'm almost 40, and so I've never had surgery. I've never broken a bone, and so here I am. And this is not my belly button, and it sounds so silly to some people, I'm sure, but I knew my body would change, and yet there are changes I just was not prepared for. And I don't know what kind of like mental preparedness I could have done. But for folks that have not had it, folks that have had myomectomies, feel free, like, please share your stories and tag me to it. Because this has been hard for me. Like, I knew that my body would have scars on in my abdomen and my stomach. But I didn't think that like certain body parts would lose feeling and nerve sensation and tingling and numbness, and then my belly button would be weird and feels weird when I get a Q-tip, clean it out. There was a lot more like residue from surgery dirt for a long time, and it's uncomfortable when I clean it. It wasn't like that before. And so like those things that I didn't anticipate have taken over far more brain space than I thought they would. And if I'm honest, this has been a harder video for me to make because I don't want to sound ungrateful and say that, oh yeah, surgery's over. I am excited. I'm thankful. I am thrilled that I no longer have fibroids as big. My abdomen was, poking out, looked pregnant, etc. But at the same time, I know there's a loss of something else that I did not prepare for. So that's that. So I'm in the middle of, I had my surgery July 20th. August 20th made 1 month. September 20th made 2 months. And so I am headed to month 3. And full healing time is 3 to 6 months. And so I've been back to like lifting things like I normally would. My body, in my opinion, looks like more than of what I'm used to, like pre-fibroid growth. But now for me, it's like tightening up things. But I don't like the way I don't like my stomach area. I don't like the way that my skin is now indented in certain places. I don't like that. I feel like I'm going to have a forever like little fupa pouch. And I didn't have that before. And like, this is my story, my journey. And I'm really struggling and trying to think of like how much work do I need to do, and wanting to be healthy and maintain healthy mindsets, and knowing that like I don't want to obsess over that, right? Like I think I mentioned before, like I don't know if I struggle with body dysmorphia and I need to see a therapist about it. But this has only highlighted the things about my body that at one point I was proud of and I'm no longer proud of it. Like I remember we went to, after my surgery, I went to the beach. And even though my abdomen was smaller, I felt like so self-conscious and really ashamed of having like these puncture. I kept thinking somebody's gonna think I got stabbed in some kind of something. And I wasn't even near anybody to see them, but those things impacted me far more than I thought they would. And so I am working to identify a new therapist. Not only talk about that, but just like life being super hectic and busy. And not that it's bad busy, it's just that this is the part of life I'm in. And so I'm thankful and blessed, and and it's okay that I am lamenting the loss of something at the same time. And great things are happening, and it's still okay for me to lament. And so I'm holding both things to be true at the same time, because they can be both true at the same time. So that's my update. It's been a while. I will try to do better. I was going to post pictures of my fibroids, and then I didn't, because I was like, is that too triggering? Even though I appreciate seeing those, like when people share theirs, I hadn't. And I want to, but I'm working on it. Because it's already, so much of this is like showing, and if we know, right, like you are already showing so many intimate parts of your body by the time it's like, do I want to share this through, as I'm sharing this intimate story of me and my body, where my mind is with it. Anywho, that's the update. I am sad. I have cried, because this is again, I'm excited that my fibroids are gone, and there's a loss of something else. My body still feels like it's not my body. Yeah. But thank you again for being part of this journey. I will do better in like posting things. If you've noticed, I've been posting a lot more school-related things, because school is kicking my behind. And it's okay, because it's okay that things are challenging. For me, like some things are worth being challenging. But I will just continue to share both fibroid stuff and my life stuff as I experience things. What I'm hoping happens with this is I'm hoping that people will share their stories, and I can have like interviews with people sharing their stories and post them, so we can get more diversified and varied experiences. Because again, like I didn't read or hear anywhere anyone talk about like parts of my pelvis going numb, my leg going numb, and me having this scar. I feel like I need to get tattooed over it. Thug life, one wife, a mistress, and a girlfriend. That's a rap lyric. Or I didn't know that I would feel this way. So be well, folks. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful. And please feel free to ask all the questions, because I wish I would have known to ask this.